Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today's video is really special because I'll be unboxing and reviewing a very special watch from another Indian micro watch brand. So today I'll be unboxing the watch from Ajwain Watches. This one is called Shastra. Without wasting much time, let's unbox this. This one has got me really excited guys, and actually received this couple of days back. I didn't have time to unbox and review this, so I can't just wait to rip open this box apart. Alright guys, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Wooden box. Oh my god. Let's keep this here. Wow. Wow. This just looks crazy and beautiful. This is such a beautiful piece. It has Shastra in devanagari printed on top of the box. This is actually not printed. It's a die-cut piece of metal, and then it's stuck onto the wooden box. And this wooden box is also handcrafted guys. There is no machine work on this. I think every engraving done on this, every etching done on this is handcrafted, because you can feel the artistic pattern on this, and every flower that is etched, every leaf that is there on this, every branch that is there is very unique. It's not the same. So in a machine cut you will see some uniformity, but not in this case. You also see a beautiful inlay work of flower and something similar to a chinar leaf. And if I turn on the left, there's nothing, and turn on the right, there's nothing again. Nothing on the back as well. The way they have taken this box is so beautiful, because we'll be touching it with our hands. There is no sharp edge anywhere on the box. It's filed, chamfered and filleted to smoothness. And if I turn to the front, it says Aham watch. Now this is again similar to an inlay work, but there's not an inlay. I also like the way they've sealed this lock with a supportive cushion, so that there are no scratches on the lock. So let me peel this. This is one of the best unboxing experience I've ever had. Alright guys, this is really beautiful. Let me open this. Oh, wow. Very well presented, Ajwain. Really very well presented. It has a velvet finish on the top. This screams luxury everywhere. Let me open this one first. Very well Indianized and very well customized. This really feels special. The Shastra series has 3 limited edition watches. One is Jagadamba, one is Tulja, and one is Bhavani. All these 3 watches are named after Chatrapathi Shivaji Maharaj's 3 swords. So these watches are dedicated to 350th anniversary of Maharaj's coronation. This is definitely handmade, and this is a product of Indian handicraft. Just the edge frames of this, the edge weight of this is extremely heavy. I'm pretty sure this is iron, and it is not lightweight at all. They are giving us the complete experience by taking us back to Shivaji Maharaj's days, by making the presentation totally handicrafted with silk, metal, handmade papers, and handcrafted wooden boxes. So let me keep this aside. So one more thing I wanted to just let you know about this set of watches. So these watches are part of Aham watch, which is a sub brand of Ajwain again. Each of these watches is limited to 200 pieces, and this is their warranty card. It has 24-month warranty, and the serial number of this is 319. Let me keep it. Unwrapping the silk. Wow. Foam padding for the watch with the silk cloth. It's really beautiful. Wow, this is a wonderful experience. Let me keep all this aside and then let's talk about the watch. Alright guys, let's look at the watch. First things first, let's remove the film. If I turn back this film here also, let's remove this. So after removing the film, what I've done is I've hand wound the moment so that you can see the seconds needle clearly, which was kind of like camouflaged before that. Now, first thing you notice on this watch is the beautiful greenish blue teal dial, and then you will notice our indices in devanagari, which is printed in white. You will notice the vintage type skeletal steel hands, which is also shaped like a sword. The seconds needle looks like an arrow with a red tip. Then if you notice very closely, just hiding behind the minute's hand is the word Shastra in Devanagari. Let's talk more about it in detail later. And then if you notice very closely between the hour indices of 6 and 7, you will notice Bharat in Hindi. And then you will also notice Aham between the hour indices of 6 and 5. So Aham is again a sub brand of Ajwain Watches. So now let's talk a little bit about the case. The case has mixed finish. You will see both polished reflective as well as matte finishes. It's kind of like so nice and artistically crafted. You will continue noticing different lines every time you rotate the case. You see this beautiful polished line which flows between lug to lug. You'll also notice this brushed metal matte finish in other places of the case. You will then notice a beautiful onion type screwed on crown. There's no signature of Aham or Ajwain on this. If you turn back, there are many things printed here, guys. Let's go through it one at a time. On the outer circumference of the dial, you will see titanium because this is made of titanium. You'll also see Aham watch. You will see serial number of the watch. In this case, it is 319 out of 600. If you notice further, you will see something like B2024. This probably is batch of 2024. It says born in India on the bottom, then 10 atmosphere of water resistance, which is basically 100 meters of water resistance. And then on the center of the back case, you will notice the Khanda sword. Just above the Khanda sword, you will see printing of Shastrena Rakshite Rashtre, which is again printed in Hindi. And then just below the Khanda sword, you will notice Shastra Chinta Pravartate. Basically means it is possible to study scriptures or Shastras only in a country which is protected by weapons. The case also has the brush metal matte finish, guys. It is not very reflective in nature. And then if you notice the strap, it has quick release, which is very good because you can change the strap. So unfortunately, this specific model I received was supposed to come with the bund and burgundy strap, like it looked in the pictures and on their website, but looks like I received a wrong variant. But still, I requested for Tulja and I received the Tulja. On this side, it says full. I'm not sure what it is, but this one has a leather strap. It's very beautiful and good quality. On the other side, it says 20 and made in India. 20 basically means 20 mm. Made in India. The buckle is metallic finish. Again, it has mixed finish, guys. Part of it is brushed metal and part of it is polished. There's no signature of Ajwain on this. Now let's talk a little bit about the materials. The glass is made of top hat mineral crystal, which basically means this is a dome one and it looks like a top hat. This has the traditional look of HMT watches and Allwyn watches we used to get before. The case and the back case both are made of titanium. Ajwain is offering 2 years international warranty on this watch. The hour indices and the hour and minute hands have lume on them. The lume used on this is C1 Swiss Superluminova. Now let's talk a little bit about the moment. The moment used in this is a Seiko 63A, which is basically a licensed version of Allwyn A6300. So in the 1980s, this was one of the simplest mechanical hand wind movements available, and Seiko had licensed this to Allwyn to use in their watches and also in other watches that they would supply the movement to. This is 17 jewels and hand wound. I'll also put a screenshot of specification on this video. So basically, guys, everything on this watch has the traditional vintage classic look, and everything talks something about history of India. For example, the movement here is 1980s Allwyn. The theme on these series of watches is basically dedicated to 3 sports of Shivaji Maharaj. Now let's talk a little bit about the Shastra printing itself. I'm putting a screenshot on this video because it is very difficult to show on the watch directly. The word Shastra is formed artistically using three swords. The first sword is the Shiroreka, that is the horizontal line which connects all the three alphabets. That sword is known as Khanda. The second sword also originates from the hilt of the first sword, which is the Khanda. The third sword is basically a whip-like weapon. All the three swords here are dedicated to the unsung heroes who gave up their life while protecting our country and the land. Now let's set the time, guys. The time now is 11:15. To set the time, I need to unscrew the crown. To unscrew it, I have to rotate it anti-clockwise. If I unscrew it, you can see this. There's a spring, and once you have completely unscrewed it, it pops out. So the first thing I would do is wind the movement. As a traditional practice, any mechanical hand wind movement needs to be at least wound around 25 to 30 times. To set the time, I need to pull it once and rotate it anti-clockwise, and have to press it once. To lock the crown again, to ensure complete waterproofing, I need to press and rotate it clockwise direction. So that the crown locks back in its position until it's fully tight and cannot be rotated anymore. So Shastra is available in three variants. This one is called Tulja. There's one in sunburst purple, which is Jagadamba, and there's one in white, which is Bhavani. All the three are priced same, and you can select any strap combination you need. Ajwain has clearly called it out in their description of the watch and on how to select a specific strap. Now let's talk about the price. This watch is only available on Ajwain website, and I'll put a link in the description. The price I paid for this watch is 11,950 rupees. This is a limited edition one, guys. I'm not sure when it will be restocked again once it goes out of stock. As of now on their website, it says it can be back ordered, which means they've planned another batch of production. I feel that you can still get this watch if it runs out of stock this time. Now let's do a lume test. Now a disclaimer before I do the lume test. The only time this watch is exposed to the light is during the shoot of this video, which is probably around 45 minutes. Let me turn the lights off. There you go, guys. The lume is clearly visible. You can see the hands glowing. There's no lume on the second hand, but you'll also see the hour indices glowing. It's beautiful. This one is C1, so it is not as bright as BGW9, but still it does the job. Let me turn the lights back on. Now let's compare this watch to the other watches I have. So this is how it looks next to a Timex skeletal dial automatic. So this is how it looks next to a HMT Kedar Premium, which is my favorite of all time. This is how it looks next to an Argos Apollo 3. This is how it looks next to an Alba Automatic in Tiffany Blue. This is how it looks next to Majestic Craftsman Eye of the Tiger. Now let's do a wrist check. Today I'm wearing the Delhi Watch Company's Havelock, which I reviewed on my channel a few days back. I'll put an I button here for review of this watch. If you're interested, you can watch it. Now let's do a comparison. So this is how it looks next to DWC Havelock. So this comparison, guys, is not complete without the lume test. So I'll be doing the lume test between three watches, which is the Shastra, Havelock and Argos Apollo 3. Now let me turn off the lights. I'll also indicate the lume on all these watches on this video, guys, so that you clearly are able to differentiate between the lume of them. Alright, guys, here is the lume comparison between all the three watches. The Havelock has a beautiful bluish green tint, whereas both Argos and Shastra have green tint. Outside the camera, I can see that both Shastra and Argos have the same luminosity, whereas DWC Havelock is brighter, and that is also visible on the camera. So let me turn the lights back on. Let's measure the watch, guys, before I wear it on my wrist. Case diameter is 38 mm, which is perfect. Lug to lug is 44.3 mm. Case thickness is 11.5 mm, and strap size is 20 mm. Now let me wear this on the wrist. This is how the Shastra Tulja looks on my wrist. It's a beautiful one. It's perfectly sized, which is 38 mm. Let me know which of the other Shastra watches would you buy. Would you pick the Tulja, Bhavani or Jagadamba? And also guys, if I have not mentioned this before, not only are these watches named after Shivaji Maharaj's swords, they are also name of 3 goddesses. Let me know which of them would you pick again. That's it for this video guys. Stay safe and I'll catch you in the next one.